David Sullivan is one of the most influential and controversial figures in modern English football. From building a fortune in publishing to leading one of the Premier League's most debated ownership eras, his story spans business success, stadium transformation, and long-term football governance. This video explores his early life, career path, controversies, and legacy in a clear question-and-answer format. Who is David Sullivan and why is he known in football? David Sullivan is a British businessman and football executive best known for his long-term involvement with West Ham United. He became a co-owner of the club and played a central role in its management for over a decade, especially during the transition into the modern Premier League era. What was David Sullivan's early life like? David Sullivan was born in Cardiff in 1949 into a working-class family. He left school at a young age and entered the business world early. His background was not academic or elite, but rather built on practical experience and entrepreneurship. How did David Sullivan begin his business career? He started his career in retail and publishing, eventually becoming heavily involved in the adult magazine industry during the 1970s and 1980s. This sector was highly profitable at the time and became the foundation of his wealth. How did he build his fortune outside football? After establishing success in publishing, he expanded into property investment and retail businesses. His business approach was often described as aggressive and opportunity-driven, focusing on undervalued or high-demand markets. How did David Sullivan become involved with West Ham United? He became co-owner of West Ham United in 2010, alongside David Gold. Their takeover aimed to stabilize the club financially and improve its long-term competitiveness in the Premier League. What major change defined his time at West Ham? The most significant decision during his tenure was the relocation from the historic Upton Park Stadium to the London Stadium, originally built for the 2012 Olympic Games. This move was intended to increase capacity and revenue. Why was the stadium move controversial? Many supporters felt the move damaged the club's identity and atmosphere. While financially beneficial in some respects, it created long-standing debates about tradition, fan experience, and commercial priorities. How did West Ham perform under his leadership? The club experienced mixed sporting results, including periods of instability but also moments of success, such as improved league finishes and European competition qualification in later seasons. What criticisms has David Sullivan faced? Critics have raised concerns about transfer strategy, managerial changes, and long-term planning. Others argue that the club has lacked consistent footballing direction despite significant investment. Why is his ownership style debated among fans? Some supporters believe his approach prioritized financial stability over sporting ambition, while others credit him with keeping the club competitive in a highly demanding league environment. What is known about his resignation from West Ham? He stepped down from his position after more than 16 years at the club, ahead of reports involving serious historic allegations, which he has denied. His departure marks the end of a long and influential era in the club's history. What legacy does David Sullivan leave behind? His legacy is complex. He is seen as a figure who modernized the club financially and oversaw a major stadium transition, but also as someone whose era divided opinion among supporters regarding identity and sporting direction. What lessons can be learned from his career? His career highlights how football ownership requires balancing business decisions with emotional and cultural values. It also shows how long-term leadership can shape both progress and controversy in equal measure. Finally, David Sullivan's journey from a working-class background in Cardiff to Premier League ownership reflects a powerful story of ambition, business growth, and football transformation. His time at West Ham United will be remembered for both modernization and debate, leaving a lasting mark on the club's history. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more deep football documentaries and real-life stories from the world of sport and business.